So before I start the video, I just want you to understand that relationships are serious business. Dealing with somebody you are going to be spending the rest of your life with does not just come on a silver platter. You need to look critically. You need to make sure you are not making a mistake. So before you leap into a relationship or a new relationship, head first and neck first, heart first, do make sure you watch this video to the end so you do not make these mistakes that a lot of people did make, that I made myself.
Man. The RFC thing, bro. Onisha got me on this one.
I love Chris Rich.
Let me get the man them to listen to this one, cause I'm about to London.
What's up? It's your girl being Mhizz Betty, and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking, thank you for spending some time with me. Please do hit the subscribe button and do hit the notification button as well, so that anytime that I record any video and I post it, you're going to be one of the very first people to see it. I'm giving you a free chance to be my VIP. So what are you waiting for? If you're an existing subscriber, you're a returning viewer, please, thank you so much. I cherish you. I love you. So if you actually remember, I did say in my get to know me tag video, the very first video that I posted in September, that I was a wanderer, and I am still a wanderer. There's a lot of things that go on in this little head of mine but sometimes I just want to burst them out to understand, anything about life I do wonder about. And today's topic is no other than that. You understand, we are going to talk about life. In as much as I'm going to be talking about something very serious, I'm going to let it be more conversational, more flowy, you understand, more down to earth, so that we can enjoy this video. So without talking too much, let's get straight into the video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 4 reasons why I think a lot of people do end up in the wrong relationships. Now, I am not any different, you understand. I am no saint. I have made these mistakes, and I sat down and I thought about it. It clicked, and I was like, let me share it with you. So here are 4 main reasons why a lot of people do end up in wrong relationships. If you're a Christian, please watch this to the end. And if you want to learn too, just watch this to the end. Okay, so mistake number 1 that a lot of people do make, and a lot of Christians do make this mistake as well: we do not ask God before we enter into relationships. We just base so much so on the feeling that we forget about the fact that we're supposed to pray about this guy. It's just a few people that remember to pray before they put their head in a relationship. So as you know that God is the author and the finisher of our faith, knowing perfectly well that God is the beginner and then in the end of everything, make sure you do invite him in it. Because if something goes wrong in the relationship, it is not that you are coming back to come and ask God, please help me fix this, but that person wasn't even the plan God had for you, and you'd have to break up with the person so that you align yourself back into the path that God lined for you. And it's going to be so hurtful that you walk into a relationship with your whole heart. You understand, you love this person, you've given up everything, your time, your attention, your love, sometimes your money, your everything is invested into this relationship, and then you'd have to learn the lesson of the fact that that person wasn't for you. Trust me, if you do it with 2, 3, 4, 5 people, you are going to come to a stop. You are going to come to a halt. So to avoid all of that pain and to avoid putting yourself through all of that stress, just go on your knees before you enter into that relationship. Ask God, if this person isn't for me, if this person's life story isn't written in mine 22 or 23 or 10 years or 11 years or so many years to come, please do eliminate this person out of my life. If this person is temporary, if this person is coming into my life to come and divide and to come and subtract from my life, or to derail me from the path that you have set for me, please make sure you eliminate this person before anything gets out of hand. God will definitely do it. Do not leap head first before you invite God, because you might learn a lesson you do not want to learn. I have learned it so many times, and I cannot emphasize it enough. Do not leap head first into a relationship before asking God, because things might go the way you do not want it to go. So please, again, before you enter into a relationship with anybody, pray about the person before you end up in that relationship, because God knows best. He hears conversations that we do not hear. He sees what we do not see. So if he's seeing into this person that you are going to be ending up with, and he knows that person is not going to be right for you, he knows you've been praying, he knows you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, he's a good God. He's not going to make sure you end up with that person. So before you make any decision about your relationship, please pray and ask God first before anything gets out of hand. So mistake number 2, we are not asking the right questions. Our priorities are so off, hence we are not choosing right. This mistake also, I realized that it stems from a lack of self-knowledge, you understand. Most of us don't really know ourselves very well. Well, those who know themselves, congratulations, you understand. But this mistake often stems from a part where we do not really know ourselves that well, so we tend to choose based on the lack of knowledge about ourselves. Let me cite an example. I am the kind of person, I'm very playful, you understand. I play in certain times that I'm not even supposed to be playing. When things are serious, that is that is when you find me, playing, the most, you understand. I use that as a defense mechanism for myself. I use that as a defense mechanism to dissolve certain, stressful issues that, you understand, I don't want to be, stressing about. As a messy now, like when something has happened and a lot of people are, angry, there's, there's hey out there. That is when you find me fooling. And yeah, my fault. Sana mete, you understand? That is just how I'm wired. I cannot even say anything enough. That is how I'm wired, you understand? So me perfectly, knowing that perfectly well about myself, I'm not going to be choosing somebody who is like always serious, always, choleric kind of person. No, I am not going to choose somebody like that, you understand? So that is my self-knowledge. That is one thing that I know about myself. So based on that knowledge about myself, I'm going to be finding a partner that matches that part of myself. I hope you understand. So some other questions, that we are supposed to be asking is, does the person have a vision? Does the person have insight? The person has foresight? Is the person a family person? Do they have love for kids? Do they have, do they have love for your family? Some people love you but cannot love your family. Do they struggle to adjust in certain situations? How well do they deal with anger? How well do they deal with certain life stresses that come into their life? Do they easily compromise? Can you pray with them? And in as much as you can pray with them, can you play with them? You understand? Does this person has a focused plan for their future? Because they are bringing you into their life, you understand? If anything goes wrong in theirs, it affects you in a way, you understand? So before you enter into that relationship with that person, ask yourself, is where the person going to, like 10 years or 20 years to come, suitable enough for me to put my head into it? Because if this person doesn't have a plan, if that person doesn't have a purpose for their life, your relationship is going to be purposeless and your life is going to be purposeless. It will get to a point, it's either you get out of the relationship so you can restructure things for yourself, or you'd have to struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle. So and is the person mature? Because Charlie, we enter into a lot of relationships with immature people. I'm sorry, but I had to say this. A lot of people are men, but they are boys deep in, deep down. People who are sometimes a little petty sometimes, you understand? So yes, we need to ask ourselves the right questions so that we do not make mistakes in getting into that relationship with that person, because relationships are a lifelong decision. If you end up with this person and it's a committed relationship, you are ending for life until something happens and one of both of you leave the earth. You guys are going to be stuck to each other, literally, you understand? So in such a decision, you have to make sure it's your investment, madam. Say it's your investment, so make sure you're making the right investments, you understand? I'm not going to talk too much. Just ask the right questions. Mistake number 3 that I found a lot of people are making is they do not get to know the person before entering the relationship. Sometimes they enter into a relationship and then they begin to get exposed to the surprises of this person's actual being, that it becomes a problem for them. Adjusting becomes a problem, and sometimes it even tends to put them off, and then the love just vanishes out of nowhere, you understand? Before they ended up in that relationship with the person, they were focused on the dopamine and the rush of adrenaline, everything, the feeling that you see somebody and you have to be doing kunkuche kuno. That is the main focus. And sometimes we forget to get to know the person really well before we enter into a relationship with these people, you understand? How are they when they're angry? How are they when they're sad? How are they when they're happy? What actions do they take when they're angry? There are lots of people when they're angry, they just walk out just to dissolve things, you understand? There are lots of people when they're angry at the outside world, they bring it onto you, you understand? Get to know what kind of person is this person, you understand? How do they deal with their sad moments? When they are depressed, how do they deal with it? You understand? When they are happy, how do they deal with it? When they have money, how do they deal with money? Because trust me, when some people get money, that is when they are irresponsible to the core. You understand? You need to know all of these things about the person before you enter into a relationship with that person, Know their weaknesses, know their strengths, know where they match up to, so that if they do not get to that level, you can balance them out, you understand? get to know their insecurities. You understand? Do they have trust issues? Hey, Charlie, it is very, very painful to be with somebody who has trust issues because the person has been hurt before. They've been keeping whatever that's, their heads inside. I mean, and you're Bonnie, because a lot of people do have trust issues as well. But, you need to know all of those trust issues and all of those insecurities so as to know how to balance life with this person, you understand? So, Charlie, you need to have knowledge about the person. You don't just dive head into a relationship and then, I didn't know this person. It's going to be so sad. It's going to be so hurtful. So just seek to know this person before you enter into a relationship with them. Know the basis of their character. What influences their decision making. If probably something happens in life and then you guys need to be put in a strong corner or a very tight corner. If you guys are in poverty, what would this person do? Would this person compromise and use you as a sacrifice? Because Charlie, a lot of people are going to Natia and a lot of things, you understand? Probably they do not know how to fight through life, you understand? So such a person, you need to know. If that person is somebody who potentially might take you go do juju, madam, run away before it's too late. You understand? But I'm joking, but just know this person deep within. Know this person within and without, Know this person so much so that before they take one step, they are going to take this step and this is the next one they're going to take. And sometimes too, we forget, are they selfish? Are they petty? Hey, the most painful thing is dealing with that petty person. Hey, when you do something and you apologize for it, that is when the person feels like, oh yeah, I have to come and get you back. Do they know how to forgive? You understand? Do they understand the statement sorry? You understand? All of these things we need to get to know about the person before diving headfirst into the relationship. Is that person also somebody who knows how to be submissive? Is the person respectful? Do they know how to talk? When they're happy, do they know how to talk? When they're sad, do they know how to talk? Can they keep secrets? Because a lot of people do have okromorph. Their morph is like, Charlie, there are lots of people who don't know how to keep secrets. Are they too secretive? Because it's all like that, you understand? So please get to know the person. The final mistake number 4 that I found that a lot of people do make is that relationships are purposeless to begin with. In the beginning, there's no sense of purpose. So a lot of people just, go into that relationship with that person because, oh, let me just study him and see whether we are going to end up in the right place. Please don't enter and study them to see whether. You have to know before you leap, because of this person, I can end up, in a better place in the future with this person. Before you make that decision, you are supposed to know before you even leap. Because if you leap before finding out this person is the wrong person, you'd end up, that's automatically a wrong relationship, you understand? So before you end up in a relationship with that person, know whether this relationship has a sense of purpose. And this, I'll back with a life story. I remember so many years ago during choir rehearsal, my choir madam just sat a lot of people down, the girls apparently, and she was asking them, do they have a boyfriend? That day I was late, so she asked everybody, and then during the midst of the conversation, I just walked into the room, and then she asked me, Betty, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yes please, I do have a boyfriend. And she asked me, what is the main reason why you entered into a relationship with a person? Because I was so young. I was like, okay, I'm not going to mention the age. I was so young, and naive and immature. So the lady asked me, why am I entering this relationship with this person? I was like, for friendship. And she was like, if it's based on friendship that you're entering this relationship, then madam, please get out, because you are in for the wrong reasons. And what if the person decides not to be your friend anymore? What if they find somebody who is more interested than you? Then it means you failed, you understand? And she told me there and then, I put it at the back of my mind, this relationship that you're getting into is for marriage, period. There's no other reason. Do not enter into a relationship with that person because the person has a Range Rover. Do not enter into that relationship with that person because they know how to drive, or know how to drive is like a silly idea. Most of these girls, most of these young girls out there go into a lot of relationships with other people based on money. Charlie, the money will fade. It can fade. Hey, Charlie, I have realized that in life, it just takes 1 second and one snap of destiny's fingers to swap somebody's destiny. So it just takes 1 second. If somebody doesn't have money, it is just 1 second and a snap of destiny's finger like this before the person gets money. And if the person has a lot of money, just takes one snap of destiny's fingers like that for the person to lose all the money. So money and riches and personal gains are not a reason as to why a girl, most girls do this, to enter a relationship. Just make sure this relationship is purposeful. Make sure you can help the person Apostle Joshua Selman said something, and I'll quote him: if you do not have a ministry, if you're a girl and you do not have a ministry in the life of the person you are ending up with, please make sure you don't end up in the relationship, because you are going to be wasting the person's time, wasting your time and somebody else's time. Probably maybe that person is supposed to come and be there and you are there just occupying space. You understand? So please, ladies especially, we are helpers to the men. So if you know you are ending up in a relationship with this person, know your purpose first and see whether your purpose fits directly into that person's life before you enter, because if not, you might make a mistake. So these are the 4 main reasons why I realize that a lot of people do make a lot of wrong decisions and wrong choices in terms with ending up with somebody who they're going to be moving through life with. So have you ever made any of these mistakes? I am not going to lie, I have made a lot of these mistakes. If you know you have made some of these mistakes and you want to share, your life lessons with us, please do spam the comment section below. I'll be glad to reply. I'll be so glad to share my ideas with you and, talk with you as well. I'm no counselor. We are just talking, you understand? And also, if I left some of these mistakes while, these mistakes that a lot of people do make, that makes them end up in a wrong relationship. If I have left something out and if you want to contribute also, please do spam the comment section below. Leave your comments. I'm so glad to read. I'm in my exam week as of the time that I'm recording this. Today is the 17th of April and I'm going to make sure I upload this very, very early, you understand? I just want to set the ball rolling. So also, I'm uploading this and I'm in my exam week, but I'll still make sure I get back to your comments. So please again, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and please don't forget that relationships are lifelong decisions. You don't go and test drive somebody's son and somebody's daughter because of the small Range Rover or the small money that the person has. It's just selfish on your part. Please do make sure you enter the relationships for the right reasons, and please do make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to say this so much, I'm not going to say this so many times. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please do subscribe and let's let the family grow. You understand? We are budding. We need to come out into fruition. You understand? So thank you for helping me. Thank you for sticking and staying to this part of the video. I love you. I cherish you so much. God bless you for spending some time with me. I'll see you in another video. And also, if you want to know, if you want me to do another video, whatever that you may be wondering about, and you have questions on your mind and you want me to try and help you find the answers to it, help me out. Just tell me whatever that you want me to, think about, whatever that you want us to deliberate about, and whatever you want me to, ask a lot of people for you, so we come into, a nice end to that warrior, that wondering that you're wondering. So, Charlie, I've talked, I need to end the video, so I'll see you in another video. Yeah, peace out.